What's poppin', everyone, and welcome back to the Red Carpet Curls YouTube channel. Today I'll be talking to you about prepping your curly hair for chlorine pools. So as you can see, I was having some fun in the sun in a family pool this week, and I thought this was the perfect time to show everyone how I personally like to protect my curls from the chlorine pool. I absolutely love swimming, and I'm always wetting my hair, and the last thing I want is to worry about any impending damage. So any facts I give you today, I just want to remind you they're all available. They're in a written blog post available on redcarpetcurls.com, so just make sure to head over. Now let's get into why you should prep your hair for chlorine pools. It seems pretty basic, but let's really get into it. I like to get into the science. Chlorine is a disinfectant. It's added to pools to eradicate and prevent the growth of fungus and bacteria. It's an incredibly harsh ingredient when the hair and skin are exposed to it. So according to hairpros.edu, chlorine sucks the natural oil out of your hair and skin, leaving them dry, rough, and damaged. Chlorine can cause chemical reactions in your hair, changing the natural color of your hair, weakening each hair strand and causing split ends. And we all already know that naturally textured hair, so all hair that has a pattern, some kind of texture, wavy, curly, coily, whatever, kinky, they are naturally more dry hair than straight hair. And that is because the sebum that is produced by our scalp does not have enough time to make its way down the hair strands, so it leaves it very dry and brittle and prone to split ends and breakage. So we don't need any chlorine sucking even more moisture out of our hair and damaging it more. So how do you protect your curls? There are many ways to go about this. It can be as simple as just wetting your hair with fresh water before going into the pool, or you can do it my way, which is the first step being a scalp massage. Now, this doesn't have to be a necessary step. I just like to start out my everyday routine with a scalp massage using That's That Magic oil, since it is my all-time favorite oil. I like to take about 3 to 5 drops of oil on my fingertips and apply it directly to my scalp and begin to massage. Because if you do daily scalp massages, it stimulates the scalp, increasing the circulation of blood flow to the hair follicles. And the more blood that flows to your scalp, the more nutrients and oxygen are fed to your hair follicles, encouraging new and healthier hair growth. Alright guys, so the second step is going to be hydrating your hair. Essentially, this is as simple as just wetting your hair with fresh water to make sure when you hit the chlorine water, it's not going to absorb. I hate the wet hair feeling before I absolutely have to have it, so I prefer to use the Q hair steamer. It's basically just putting water in the chamber and giving it to you in a vapor form so that you don't have that wet hair feeling. The moist vapor helps to release any tangles in your hair while it's hydrating it, so that you can actually detangle it so that you're not ripping any hair out when you do wet it and put whatever conditioner or whatever you're going to use to seal the hair. I absolutely love using this. This is the best way that I know to hydrate my ends. The ends are the oldest part of your hair. They're the driest. They're the furthest away from your scalp, which produces the natural sebum that you need to moisturize it. So if I hydrate it and then use a couple drops of That's That Magic to seal it, it's just as good as if my natural sebum had the time to fully make its way down there. So don't worry about, oh wait, water, oil, stop mixing this and that. That's what you want. You want barriers. That's why I'm going in with the oil now. I'm just scrunching it in. I'm doing a light barrier until I have to go to the pool and actually wet my hair all over again. So now that we're about to go into the pool, I'm going to go in with fresh water. I brought it from my house. It was actually, I think, bottled water or something like that. I'm actually completely saturating my hair now, 100%. No dry spots at all. Making sure every single strand is completely wet to help facilitate the next part, which is sealing, also known as moisturizing your hair. Moisturizing your hair is creating a barrier around the cuticle layer of your hair, the outer layer of your hair, to make sure no moisture is seeping out. Today I'm using the Anasi Naturals Soothing Mint Conditioner just because it's one of my favorites. I love using Anasi Naturals on wash days because their products are so moisturizing. So conditioners actually seal the cuticle, creating another barrier between your hair and the chlorine. That's why I wanted to go in with the conditioner. It smells delicious. My God, like literally, check it out. It smells like peppermint. So moisturizing. My hair was so soft, so little frizz that day. Now, you don't have to use conditioner. You can also use oil. You saw I love using That's That Magic. And aloe vera is also a very popular option since it's known to hydrate and seal the hair. I'm going in with a little hair tie similar to Invisibobble. It's not actually Invisibobble, just a similar option I found at Walmart to pull my hair up. Now, ideally, you want a swimming cap. Okay, that's going to be the one way to make sure no chlorine hits your hair at all. But unfortunately, on this day, I did not have a swimming cap. So I just kept making sure every time I got out to the pool to re-wet my hair completely with fresh water and do this process over and over again as many times as I kept going in and out. As you can see, I'm a true curly girl. While I was waiting on the outside of the pool, I was just continuing the applications. And once I left the pool, I made sure to use a microfiber towel to absorb any chlorine that was left in my hair until I made the 15-minute drive back to my house to get in my shower and completely rinse out any chlorine that's left. Now, before you leave the pool, if you can, take a bottle of water, any fresh water, and rinse your hair out immediately. I cannot stress this enough, okay? It's important. Next, you're going to go in with a sulfate-free clarifying shampoo if you are abiding by the curly girl method. This is not an excuse to use sulfates. Sulfate-free clarifying shampoos are enough to remove all the chlorine and all the barriers of sealants you created throughout the day. Okay? Now, after you strip your hair completely of everything it went through that day, the next important step is going to be replenishing the moisture. So I'm using the Anasi Naturals Mango Hemp Restorative Deep Conditioner. It's one of my favorites. I'm wetting my hair once more just to allow the hair to be fully saturated as I use the mask. I love this mask because it's always going to restore, protect, and strengthen your hair. It combines hemp seed oil and silk amino acids, so moisture and protein together to help retain moisture, restore hair balance, and help minimize any damage. And I love that the silk amino acids are always going to strengthen your hair and allow the moisture to bind better to your hair, restoring protein loss due to any damage you suffered from the chlorine pool. So since I told you I didn't have a swimming cap, that means somewhere along the line I was vulnerable to chlorine damage. So now that the sulfate-free clarifying shampoo completely removed all of that, it is so important that I replenish all of that moisture using such an amazing product. Now, since my hair is very parched, I want to help the product penetrate more effectively and more quickly. Since I was so tired and just wanted to lay down, I am going to make sure to pair this after putting my cap on. I'm making sure to pair it with my thermal hair care hothead. You see I already heated it up. So all that's left is to put it on for 30 minutes. If you want more information about the thermal hair care hothead, you can check out my tutorial that's currently available. And after I rinsed out the deep conditioner and styled with the Anasi Naturals leave-in and custard, these are my final results. Look at all the bounce, all the definition, the shine, no dull curls here. My highlights are popping. Look at that, the vibrance. This is the benefit of doing the extra effort to prep your curls for chlorine pools to make sure you keep those beautiful curls. Now, if you found this video useful, please give us a thumbs up and share. And make sure you're subscribed to redcarpetcurls.com so you don't miss any future videos.